What if humans had never worn clothes? Imagine waking up tomorrow in a world where clothing had never been invented. No fashion, no uniforms, no brands, no dress codes, no closets, no trends. For all of human history, people would have lived exactly as they were born. The human body would simply be another part of everyday life. At first, this idea sounds impossible. After all, clothing is so deeply woven into modern society that it feels inseparable from being human. We use clothing for protection, identity, culture, and self-expression. But what if history had taken a different path? What if clothing had never become part of civilization? How different would our understanding of the human body be? One possibility is that nudity would be completely ordinary. Much of the mystery surrounding the body might disappear. People would grow up seeing bodies of all shapes, sizes, and ages every day. The body would become familiar rather than exceptional. Many of the social reactions attached to nudity today might never develop. After all, human beings are often most curious about things that are hidden. What is concealed can become fascinating. What is constantly visible often becomes ordinary. This idea appears throughout psychology. People tend to pay less attention to things that become familiar through repeated exposure. If bodies had always been visible, perhaps they would attract no more attention than faces or hands. Yet the question becomes more complicated when we consider culture. Clothing is not merely protection from weather. It is also a form of communication. People use clothing to express identity, profession, personality, beliefs, status, creativity. Without clothing, human beings would likely find other ways to communicate those same ideas. Perhaps hairstyles would become more elaborate. Perhaps body painting would become widespread. Perhaps jewelry, tattoos, or other forms of decoration would carry greater importance. The desire for self-expression would not disappear. Only the medium would change. Art and photography would likely look different as well. Much of the visual distinction between dressed and undressed subjects would not exist. Artists might focus less on the presence of the body and more on expression, movement, and emotion. The body itself would no longer carry the same cultural significance because it would not be hidden in the first place. Even concepts such as modesty might develop differently. Many people assume modesty is directly connected to clothing. But modesty often relates more to privacy and social behavior than physical coverage. Even in a world without clothing, people would probably maintain personal boundaries. Privacy would still matter. Respect would still matter. Human relationships would still require trust. The body would become normal. But human dignity would remain important. This thought experiment reveals something interesting about the way society views nudity today. Many reactions to the body are not purely biological. They are cultural. They are learned. Different societies throughout history have developed different rules regarding what should be shown and what should remain private. What feels natural in one culture may feel unusual in another. This suggests that our perceptions are shaped not only by the body itself but also by the stories society tells about the body. Perhaps the most fascinating lesson is that the human body has never really changed. The same body has existed throughout history. What changes are the meanings attached to it, the symbols, the expectations, the cultural interpretations. The body remains constant. Society changes around it. So what if humans had never worn clothes? Would the world be more comfortable with nudity? Would beauty standards be different? Would photography and art evolve in new directions? No one can know for certain. But the question reminds us that many things we consider normal are not inevitable. They are products of history, culture, and collective imagination. And sometimes the most interesting way to understand the present is to imagine a world that developed differently.